Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel. It's Annie. You're tuned in to Manifest with a Medium, the only platform that addresses the mind, body and energy combined like never before. Yeah, we brought the top spiritual master psychics all on this platform to give you that exclusive insight when it comes to any area of your life and how to really tap into that manifesting state. You know, that limitless power that you all have, you know, that tool that's been given to us to co-create with the universe. Wow. It's time to unfold that power. Before I start this video, I really want to cover what manifesting really is. Because only then when you understand what manifesting is, you won't have this sense of trigger, that there's been no contact, right? We are going to end this contact together, guys. In this video, on a journey together, you and me. I particularly feel that this video is aimed for the ladies out there, but I will do one for you gentlemen. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything that I do say, because it may just change your life. So how does manifesting work? Well, manifesting is about being in a state. It's about being in a vibrational alignment with your mind, body and energy. So if we are thinking about the lack of contact from this specific person, what you're doing is you are amplifying that energy even more. So you're going to get more of it. So that's one thing that we don't want to do. We don't want to focus on the lack of contact. We want to soul shift the internal inside to be like, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not really triggered by the lack of contact. It's going to happen. It is just going to happen. So as soon as you start shifting, you are entering into what we call the law of assumption. You are assuming that the contact is going to come. But the one thing that a lot of people mess up on is that these triggers that they have inside of them kind of self-sabotages the manifestation, you know? It's like, oh, he hasn't contacted me, so I'm still focusing on that. Each and every day I'm so frustrated and I'm so wound up and so pissed off that he has not contacted me. Well, guess what? The universe is going to deliver more of it. Still no contact. More years, more months, more weeks. And before you know it, you're like, am I really interested in this person? Let's start shifting this internal, because we want to shift this internal from lack, need and want to, I already have it. I'm already in the end desired outcome. And there is a whole difference in the energy, guys. The one that is so embodied in the assumption of their desires carries a whole different energy to one who's just coming from a place of lack, need and desperation. You know, that kind of frequency, if anything, it pushes the people away. It pushes the specific person away, because no one really wants a needy person. No one really wants a desperate person. So what we need to do is start working on the internal. We need to address, why are we so needy? Why are we so desperate? Why is it that we're focusing on the lack of contact? Is there anything else better that we can be doing on our day-to-day practice? So as soon as you start identifying that, guys, what you're going to do is put a game plan together. And your game plan should incorporate, what do you do on a daily basis? What's your daily practices? What is it? What puts you in that Zen mode, that calm, relaxed state? What is it? Drop your comments below. Share it with me. We want all that self-love, all that self-care for ourselves. Because if we are not right internally, even if that person does come in and they do contact, do you know what? If this is not right, it's going to start showing up in your reality, and then boom, the guy disappears again. He's just gone. Ghosted. Haven't heard from him. You know why? Because he's run away from your energy. That's why I say, ladies, work on this internal. You're probably wondering, how else can I work on the internal apart from your daily practices on a day-to-day basis? There was this one occasion where I was out with my friends, and when I was out, I got so much attention. But I didn't crave the attention. I was just in my own energy, my own element. But you know what the men picked up? Was this. Can you see my glow on my energy? The massive energy there? That's what they naturally get drawn to. So when your energy is vibrating high and is glowing, you naturally attract your desires in. Now, when your energy is really low and is dipping down to that desperate lack, that need, it's kind of like a repellent. It's just like, oh, I don't want to go near that. So understand what energy you are sitting in. So that mass of my energy that was just glowing, again, that attracted the men in. I didn't need to do anything. I was just sitting there like a plain Jane. I wasn't dressed up. I was just having a drink with my friend. And then next minute, you know, this guy walks over and just says, I'm beautiful. I'm like, oh, thank you. But he's saying beautiful because of my energy. They can pick up on who was desperate and who was needy, compared to someone who is so in their energy, so domineering in terms of their identity, that they just own it. How do you feel about affirmations? How does that feel with you? I am beautiful. I'm loved. I'm cared for. I am a goddess. Wow. Do you know, the more times you repeat that to yourself, you're tricking your subconscious mind, and ultimately it becomes a belief system. Like I say all the time in the mirror, I am beautiful. I am loved. I am desired. I am a divine goddess. Now, there's a difference between being a feminine and being a divine feminine, guys. So I actually did a video on that, so take a look. You know, I'm not one to control anyone or anything. I attract, I don't chase. Well, it's quite powerful if you think about it. There's a difference between ghosting and someone just not contacting you. It's a whole different energy. And the way you can gauge from that is when someone's ghosted you, it's like you can no longer feel their energy around you. That's it. They've gone. They've disconnected. That psychic cord between you two, it is cut. Whereas someone who has just not reached out, not contacted, you can still feel their energy around you in some shape or form. Whether you're still thinking about them, whether you're dreaming about them, whether you see someone that looks like them, the energy is still around. So you know that massive energy of mine, right? So with that massive energy, what happens is when you start thinking about the lack of contact and it comes out from that massive energy, what you're doing is you're sending a signal to that person where they're like, oh, I can't really contact that person. I haven't contacted after a long time. And oh my God, what if this happened? What? You know, it is not a nice energy to send out. So the more you embody yourself in that happy, joy, abundant, I'm beautiful, I'm confident, the more of that energy starts running along that psychic cord and it gets pushed out to them. So then when it's pushed out to them, they get into the energy of feeling comfortable to reach out. Another step to take is you gotta keep your energy moving. What do you love doing? What's all about self-care, self-love? Keep the energy moving. Think about it, ladies. When we were born, were we crying because we didn't have a man around us? So why are we crying now? So if you're quite new as to what it is that I do, while I help navigate my clients through their manifesting state, I help fast track them. I tweak their state. I work on their inner state. I dig out all those triggers and damn well melt it out. So they're manifesting from a place where it sits. I'm all about the 5-dimensional life, guys. So this client of mine, she's in the manifesting state of manifesting love out. And when I gave her the name Juan, she had no idea who this person was. And I said, right, watch out for this person because it's in relation to your love and relationships. A month later, she meets the guy. This is the testimonial, guys. This is what I want you to listen into.
January 28th, you gave me the reading at 1:11 p.m. And that's when you told me about the new job that I was going to get and, you know, that I was going to meet this guy by the name Juan. So shortly after that reading, I finally got my job on February 18th. And February 18th is the first day that I actually saw him. There's a picture of me from December 19th that I've never posted, never, you know, shared with anybody, didn't put it on social media. Remember, December 19th when I took the picture, then January 28th, you gave me the reading and you already told me about him. And February 18th was the first day that I actually met him because he wished me good luck on my interview. April 2nd or 3rd is when I was looking through his phone, and that's when I accidentally saw that picture in his phone, and I was just appalled because I don't know, things like this just don't happen in real life. Like, this all just sounds like it's like from a movie. Like, it's very weird, but it's very, you know, magical in some sense, I guess. So yes, this is my testimonial for you. And thank you for clarifying how, you know, how this all happened, that apparently my spirit guides and his spirit guides decided to get together. That's very funny. Because that's just, I mean, that's crazy.
So having met the guy, what had happened was there was no contact from him. And I remember clearly saying to her is you cannot focus on the lack of contact. First of all, let me see why there was a lack of contact from him. Well, you were entering into a desperate, needy mode. So even though you manifested a love-in and this was the person that came through, what the universe delivered, you still didn't identify your triggers. Now, because you didn't identify them, he's ran off. Because come on it, ladies. You know, who would want a desperate person? Who would want a needy person? I wouldn't. Would you? Think about it. Would you want a desperate man? A very needy man? A man that was coming from a place of lack? I mean, that's so empowering, right? So what you had to do was address the triggers. Once you did that, he came back in. They had the contact. And the energy became very, very smooth. That's what I'm saying, guys. Learn from this one testimonial. Learn how to navigate yourself in a very spiritually smart way. Otherwise, what you're going to be doing is repeating the same lessons over and over again, but perhaps with different people. So don't focus on the lack of contact. Focus on why are you feeling the way you're feeling? Where is this coming from? Because you're clearly not born with it. What is it about you? What is it about your inner state? What's your story about your self-love and your self-care? So if you're wondering how the heck did I get that name? Well, like I say, I am not an ordinary coach. I'm phenomenal. I'm all about getting behind you, your limitless state, like no other. That is what I love doing. That is what I enjoy doing. So when you're ready to learn more about it, well, head over to my website and you can check out what's called the Spiritual Warriors. It's named Spiritual Warriors because we are spiritual beings in a human body and we all have that warrior instinct within us. But the question is, how much do you want it? So I hope you've enjoyed this video, but I want you guys to tell me, what are you struggling with? What is it? What are your triggers? Drop them below. The more you write it out, the more you identify it, guess what? You are improving yourself each and every day. But until then, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and check out my other videos on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon.